great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Red Raiders offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Fires complete on the crosser. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Red Raiders come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Stumbled to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Sets up the screen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So Texas offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. A matchup that we're going to lock in on, left side of the line, and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. Throwing Manning. Fires left. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line.
Hey, man, last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning because preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So, Palmer, he took a lot of criticism, but I love the way he stayed level-headed. And now this next season, another year of experience, I expect some great things from Arch Manning.
Yeah, there were huge expectations on this team in general, and maybe everybody a year too early on those expectations, but it's founded now. I mean, you've seen enough from Arch Manning to understand.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback running on the draw, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Makes the grab. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Strong, firm tackle.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
They'll line up for a second down play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's sticky. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
To the air, it's Hammond. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
They kick it away on fourth down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Manning with a play fake. Caught by Coleman. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's a really nice-looking catch, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Unleashes one. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Two-hand catches are preferable, not always necessary. Sticking the big mitt up there and hauling it in.
And how about the play by the tight end, bailing his QB out? Because that was not a perfect throw, but he just stuck out that big paw and reeled it in.
After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Brown. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Now, And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Arch is going to throw for it. Under fire. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Keeps it on the draw. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Right on the money. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Running inside. It's Dickey. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Finds his big tight end, and he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The run inside. It's Dickey.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To the air, it's Hammond. Quick completion on the out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
And the Red Raiders send out the punt unit. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
The Longhorns right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Arch Madness. Scrambling away. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Makes a catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
The running game's been thrown in reverse. Would they dare try to run it again on 3rd down and goal? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now, to me, these are the decisions that are not so easy. Analytics, go for it on 4th down, yeah, pull the trigger. But in these type of games now, where it's 4th and 5+, this becomes very difficult. How confident am I in this play in the red zone that I know I'm going to get a touchdown and not get stopped short?
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running inside. It's Dickey. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Simmons. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Dickey. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass, it's Hammond. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. On the move, it's Smothers. Oh, he's got some space.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Play action, here's Manning. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. Now here's Manning. Gets it out fast. Oh, the quick spin move. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a third down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
They'll move the wide receiver. Manning on play action. Fires to the big fella. Could not make his way to the corner.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It Smothers. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, Manning. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
On the ground with the counter. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
It'll be 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Hands it off on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll stop the clock here as one of the Red Raiders remains down. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Here's Manning to throw. Floats it out in space. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They go play action with Manning. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, it's a great job by the offensive line moving to the unblocked defender and giving their quarterback a beautiful pocket to throw to there.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Going to the run, it's Smothers. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Manning with a play fake. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, it's an early down on the 1-yard line, so I think everybody's expecting run. They go play action to see if they can catch the defense off guard, but they do a good job in the back end with coverage and complete.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Trying to slam in. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Texas!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Going with the ground game left. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now. They've got to find some answers.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those 2 things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. On target over the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Manning. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. To the air, it's Manning. The screen, he can go. And he'll be brought down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This offense looking at a third down after that last completion. Manning from the gun on third down. He's going to take off. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Running inside, it's Dickey. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught him.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Makes a move. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing Manning. Hauls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Manning. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's complete to the right. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. 3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Line getting set on second down. Some misdirection with the counter. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive in the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's got it again. Nice move there. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
The run inside. It's sticky. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Could be an alley. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Red Raiders have this offense rolling. They'll go to the counter play. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Rushes on him. Lets it fly. Got his man to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Using his legs, it's sticky. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Got his man. Nice move to keep running. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. From the gun. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes.
Great job by the defense. They got penetration in the backfield. They were trying to throw for it to get the 2-point conversion, but instead the defense comes up with a massive sack.
Number 48, set to kick this one.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Arch is going to throw for it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Third down from the gun, Manning. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the catch. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The kick is on its way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Complete to start this drive. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? Back to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
Quick release on the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Three wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Time to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Arch Madness. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
But when you get in man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Smothers. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Got it, looking for the 1st down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? Man, you find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
The run inside. It's Smothers. Might have a chance. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 71 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. Got enough for the first. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They're going to ride this running back. Finding some room. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Going to take a shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking for room, it's Smothers. There's some room.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And here comes the offense on second down. Running inside, it's Brown. Crosses the 30, he's got away.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. It just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Here's Arts to throw. Under fire. Got his man in the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard.
And he's in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The run inside. It's Sticky. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll run play action. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Dumps it off in the flats. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Trying to move them on the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Snags it over the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. Makes it past the marker. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
Looking downfield on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Hammond. And intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Texas offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. Got enough for the first. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to the ground game on the left. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the foot
up. And hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. The field goal is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He goes right back to the air. Fires toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. This time he's got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. 3rd and short, and they'll read it to the right. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Direct snap. It's Dickey. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Delayed handoff. It smothers. And they're able to make the tackle.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Puts it out of the air. He stopped short of the 1st down marker, but there is a flag, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Using his legs, it smothers. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll give it to the back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.